Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 16 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Joel, aka, I'm gonna go for it, Master Zazer. I don't know if that's right, but I tried. So, hello, Sweden. He wants to know if I could pick between Brittany Haynes or Will Huser to either join or replace Julie Chen as host. Who would it be? That is so tough. Of course, I'd love to see both of them back on again because they're hilarious. But I think if I had to pick, I would say Will Huser dressed up as Julie Chen. In the same outfit, same makeup, everything. It would be hilarious. So, thank you for your question. And if you want to be house guest of the day, send me a private message. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's already requested it. I already have it, like, booked until mid-August, so you guys are awesome. And I just want to let you know, if you sent me a message, I'm pretty sure I received it, so just sit tight. And just know I've got you guys in there until like mid-August so far, so it could take a while between the time that you send the message and the time when you're the house guest of the day. So, quick little Devin tidbit. He told Caleb when he is lying down in the HOH room, all he can think about is Brittany. So I want to give Devin some advice. Here's a little tip. Maybe when you're downstairs, which is never, and you see Brittany cleaning the kitchen, you should help her instead of just sitting there and watching like a D-bag. It's just like nice to help people. So that's my advice. But anyway, yesterday was like prank day. All the house guests were getting in on it, or most of the house guests. Amber put some fake poo on a pair of underwear. I think she used chocolate, but I'm not 100% sure. And then she put the fake poo underwear on one of the guys' pillows, and then when they found it, they threw it around, and I think somebody put it on her head. Good times. Yeah, it's funny. Nicole dumped some water on Hayden, and then last night, a couple of the girls ambushed the guys in the backyard. They filled up some condoms with water balloons. I love that. And they put some flour in some socks, and they were like throwing that around, and then someone brought out freaking liverwurst and was throwing that. That's kind of disgusting, but they were having a good time, so good for them. So Brittany, Paula, Amber, Caleb, Cody, Hayden, and Derek were all in on the fun. Good times. And even though the girls brought out all of that stuff, the guys stole a lot of it away from them, and everyone got covered. I think Amber got hit in the eye with flour, and of course Caleb did it. He was just like, I'm sorry. Alright, so at this point, let's talk about game. At this point, it seems like Zach is going to be safe. But there's something a little bit strange going on with the votes. Frankie is like trying to come up with this plan where he wants the votes to be really close, like 7-5 possibly, to make it look like the guys in the bomb squad are staying true to Devin, so they could try to salvage that relationship there. And pretend that they voted Zach out, and it's the girls' fault that he's gonna stay. So they want to blame it on the girls. I think this is a dangerous plan if you are actually trying to keep someone. If you make the votes 7-5, it's really easy for anyone to just change their mind last minute. Maybe they're like, oh, I'm gonna throw in a hanky vote. And then all of a sudden, it's 6-6, and Devin is the tiebreaker, and no one wants that. So I don't know if Frankie is doing this on purpose because he wants to change his vote and make it tied. I don't know. I'm happy that there's a show tonight because we really need to see some diary rooms and see what's going on up there. So Derek has been doing pretty much just as much campaigning for Zach as he has been himself. So Derek was talking to Caleb, and he was like, Zach is not going after you, he's only going after Devin, so let's keep him. And eventually Caleb is like, yeah, I like Zach, let's keep him. So he talks to Zach, and they make this truce. He's like, yeah, Amber and I will vote for you, but you can't go after Devin for 2 weeks. Why? That's stupid. So of course Zach is like, yeah, you really think he's gonna not go after Devin for 2 weeks? I don't. So anyway, that's all fine and dandy for Zach, but then Caleb goes, and 2 minutes later he's talking to Paula. He's like, yeah, you have my vote. What? And then he was lying about his conversation with Zach to her. I guess he just doesn't want the drama from Paula. I don't know, but he's promising his vote to both people, which, I mean, a lot of people do, but it was weird that he did it, like, back to back. So Frankie is aware of what just happened, and he goes up to tell on Caleb to Devin. Oh, sir, he said this. So he's really trying to egg Devin on about this whole Caleb thing, and he's like, guess what, Devin? Caleb made a truce with Zach. Yeah. So he's like, sorry to tell you this, but Zach has the votes to stay. And you could just see Devin's face going from to... Seriously, it was kind of funny. So Devin is just like, alright, later dude, I'm out of the alliance. I'm sorry, but I'm out of the alliance. And I'm gonna take everyone out, like, one by one, and I'm gonna pick everyone up. And Frankie is just like, well, I hope I'm last. And he's like, yeah, dude, like, I'm sorry, but this is what I'm gonna have to do. So now that Devin has removed himself from the Bomb Squad alliance, it's time for him to make some moves. So what else do you do when you quit your alliance? You wake up Donnie in the middle of the night, as usual, and you tell him about it. So it's like 12:55 a.m. if you want a flashback, and Devin goes and wakes up Donnie, and he's like, dude, something really bad just happened. Something really bad, and Paula's gonna go home. Sorry, Paula. And Donnie's just like, what in tarnation? He didn't say that, but it's what I pictured him saying. So Devin is like, okay, something really bad happened. I can tell you now, or you can go back to sleep and I'll tell you tomorrow. And Donnie's like, yeah, would you mind just like waiting till tomorrow, because like, I'm not wearing my mic or anything. And Devin's like, yeah, okay. But then he keeps talking, and he just tells him anyway. So he's like, yeah, there's a 8-person alliance now. Really? Just now? Don't try to act like you didn't start the alliance. So basically, Devin outs the Bomb Squad alliance to Donnie, and then Donnie's just like, whatever, and he goes back to sleep. So then, Devin needs more attention, so he decides to tell Brittany about the Bomb Squad alliance, pulls her up to the HOH room. Brittany's like laughing her A off. She's like, I'm sorry I'm laughing, but this is all just so crazy. So this conversation with Brittany went on for an hour. An hour. It only took him a few minutes to tell Donnie, but for some reason, it took him an hour to tell Brittany. And he also whined about, yeah, no one comes up to my HOH room anymore now that all my power's gone. I wonder why. So Jocasta joins in on the conversation around 2:09 a.m. I know, it's very approximate. So it's fun that we actually get to see Jocasta like talking about the game. So Devin spills the beans to her too. And both Brittany and Jocasta feel kind of betrayed by Derek, especially because he's the other parent in the house. And they're like, I can't believe he lied, blah, 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 blah. And this conversation finally breaks up around 3 a.m. So at this point, Frankie has told everyone else, like, yeah, Devin's out of the alliance. So they know this, and then they put together Jocasta and Brittany have been up in the HOH room with Devin forever. So they're like, obviously, he's telling them about the alliance. So when they figure this all out, they're like super pissed. What'd you think he was gonna do? So Derek says, not to Devin, just like to his alliance people. He's like, you don't F with a man's money. It was so Tyra Banks, not even funny. So today, Derek was talking to Brittany and he's like, I'm a little pissed off that you lied to me about what you talked about with Devin. Because at first she wasn't admitting that Devin told her about the Bomb Squad. So she was like, oh, I'm sorry. She didn't know who to trust, and she didn't feel comfortable telling him about it because she wasn't sure if she could still trust him. So they kind of like ironed things out, and she wanted to make sure that he knew she is not working with Devin at all. So there. So this morning, Nicole and Donnie confirmed, like, hey, we can trust each other. We're both on the outside of this whole big crazy alliance, and we need to, like, rise up. So they decided they're gonna stick together. We'll see. And then Devin told Nicole about the bomb squad today too. So I think like the only people that haven't gotten this speech yet from Devin, maybe they have now and I just haven't seen it yet, are like Victoria and there's one other person. I don't know. There was one other person. So I mean, I think the bomb squad is dead, but then again, they could just move on without Devin. They're out in the open now, but if they keep winning stuff, it's not going to matter. So we'll see what happens with that. It'll be interesting to see if this 8-person alliance will work now that Devin's not a part of it. I'm still thinking no, but we'll see. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And we'll be back tomorrow for Eviction Day. So until then,
Edit.